All right. Let's go. It's time for the first semi-final of the NA Weekly. In the top right, Alpha X Zoun, the beastly Protoss from Korea, who's been slaying people. He won the Korean Weekly versus Beyond in the finals this week and turned that matchup around, despite, of course, Beyond kind of being the favorite there recently. This guy, though, in the bottom left, a very different player. It is, of course, the number one player in China, Time, representing Kaizi Gaming. Now, Time is a really interesting cat because he plays a bit weird. Playing within that Chinese region gets you used to some odd playstyles. A little bit different, but he's capable of playing very normal, but he can also mix it up and play a bit oddball. We'll see exactly what approach Time has. For now, it looks like he's just going to do a normal expand build. The only difference is, obviously, he's walled the probe out. So the probe of Zoun, this is Zoun's vision. He has no, he's like, oh, you're probably going factory, blah, blah, blah. You know, the Marine's going to come out and deny the probe. It's actually just a command center. Now, what would be crazy is if he builds that on the natural. Oh, he's even going to build it on the natural. So it's not even that delayed. This is not even a big cut to the build order. It's literally he just squeezed a second depot in before the command center. That's not a big change at all. Now, the probe, he's going to go scout for proxies. And he's gone Cybercore before next. He might even invest in a shield battery or two. All of this very good for Time. He's got a big payoff. He's now going to go factory second gas. This is not a very quick factory because he went the reactor first. But this allows him to get out 3 Marines, then 5 Marines, which means Time can very quickly go out, greet the Adept on the map with those 3 Marines, and start bullying her away. If they catch her and kill her, that'd be very powerful. Now, Zoun's actually not going to move out with the Adept. I say that as she shades across the map. Maybe she was waiting just in case a Reaper came in. So she will go across, but yeah, the 3 Marines will push her back. So interesting to see how this unlocks. He's going to do the 3-gate. Time. Oh, Zoun loves doing this 3-gate build. I'm telling you, he has just caught so many Terrans off with this recently, guys. It looks like a completely normal build. Terran doesn't even scout, though, and a lot of Terrans don't recently. They're not scouting. But it feels, this is normal Adept timing. Everything's just regular. And then, bam, you've got Adept, Stalker. You warp in 3 more Stalkers. You run in and kill them. And that's going to happen just a little bit before the 4-minute mark. So 3-minute 13 right now. Plenty of Marines are on the way. If Time has a bunker up, he's fine. The problem is a lot of people aren't getting a bunker until it's ready for about 4 minutes 55 minutes, which is when 4-gate blink hits. Terrans aren't worried about being hit at the 4-minute mark. They're worried about being hit at the 5-minute mark. They're also thinking about their own aggression. Medevac, Widow Mines coming out. He's going to build a tech lab on the factory. Obviously getting a tank or a cyclone would help. Stalkers are already warping in. Oh, he lets the Adept in. That's really bad. Oh, Adept's going to just cause a bit of a ruckus in here. And he's a bit supply blocked this time. Luckily, that depot doesn't get taken down, or the SCV building it. Adept's going to go down here. Now, in a way, this could help Time if Time just pulls back to the high ground right now. No, Time, get out of there! Time, pay attention, dude! Oh, gosh. Okay, there was a Widow Mine there, apparently. Oh, there was a Widow Mine. There it is. Okay. He's going to pull that Widow Mine back. Marines are going to actually push this back. That Widow Mine is splash, getting so much damage. Time's actually all right. Yeah. All right. Wow. Okay, this worked out okay for Time. Maybe if the Adept didn't go in, the Marines actually would have been at the front, and it would have been easier for Zoun to pick off a few units straight away. Interesting. Tank's going to try and siege up. Adept will come in, loses another Stalker, and instantly unburrows the Widow Mine to get it to safety. Tank kills another Stalker, and now he realizes you can't push in. You just lost way too many. He's going to go out. He's going to sneak the 8 Marine drop across the map. This is fantastic play by Time. And I think he just recalled Stalkers home. So he will be ready at home with Stalkers in time. But in time, the third CC's on the way behind this. So Time's playing a 3CC build. I love to see it. We don't see enough quick third command center anymore these days. I've been doing a lot of it and talking about, oh man, especially if you're playing a player who's going to be not going for these like crazy builds that are on the NA ladder. If you're playing like a very good Protoss player who's a bit more predictable, a third CC can be amazing. Now, the Liberator and the Marine drop, probably not going to find that much. Zoun's well positioned, so I'd like to see Time just disengage. Liberator gets spotted first, which does open up opportunity for the Marine drop. Stalker's going to try and deal with that Lib. They do bait it in. So that Liberator will go down, gets a Stalker, and then does fall. The Marine drop. It's going to be a total of a Stalker, 2 Stalkers, and 4 probes, guys. It's good for a Liberator, don't get me wrong. Mining time in the main as well. Saves the Marine drop, which is the most important thing, but he hasn't found the gateway. This is something I've noticed. A lot of Terrans facing this build against Zoun, they don't hunt the gateway afterwards. Thankfully, the gateway will spot it. He might try to unload on it, And it's actually Colossus drop for Zoun. Oh, wow. As time, he's probably building a reactor on this starport. Oh, he put his starport and barracks in a weird position. He's blocking his own add-on. But he would actually want a Viking out ASAP against that. Now, tanks can, of course, cover it to some extent, but that tank doesn't cover everything. Colossus can drop over here. And already picks off an SCV on a barracks. Picks off another SCV on a barracks. That Widow Mine. Ooh, that Widow Mine's a danger. Notice the Viking starts up. Let's pull these guys off the gas as well. The tank can obviously just fight this on siege. Does he have a tank covering the natural? He doesn't right now. If he could shuffle that Widow Mine down there, though, he's going to corner this a little bit. Okay, nicely done by time. And there's not much that shoots up here. So that Widow Mine won't hit that. Oh, he flies into it! Oh my god! Dude, he's going to lose that Colossus. Oh my god, this is so bad for Zoun. Time is literally taking him to Cucktown right now. He's screwed, man. Zoun is, I mean, if Zoun comes back from here, I will be beyond impressed. He lost his proxy gate, so he's going to go up to 8 gateways now, but he's only got 2 active. He's got 1 Colossus. Viagra is finished for said Colossus. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how useful Viagra is if you're getting cucked. I'll stop with that analogy. Anyways, Marine, Widowmine, Viking tank moving down the left side of this map. Observers there. Viking as well. Stim, shields +1. They're not quite ready. But Time realizes that he's so far ahead. He's like, yeah, I can probably just siege my tanks now. I don't even need to wait. 4 siege tanks? 4? Just inch the tanks forward. Put 1 there. You always got to put a tank there. That's such a good spot. Time though is like, nah, screw that, dude. I'm winning this game. I'm gonna siege up right in his face. Okay. The Zealot drop loads up. I don't like the stim there. I mean, the Viking's cute. Time's being wasteful, though. He's being wasteful with his units. He's already lost a bunch of Marines for no good reason. The Viking's really good. There's just no reason for the Marauder Marine to be so far ahead of your tanks. You want to put 1 tank up here, and that's going to force him to engage into you. Spread a bit of the bio up to the left as well would be fantastic if you're going to do that. But as it is, Time's like, come and fight me, come and fight me. The Zealot flank's going to get him. Dude, Combat Shields is done in 3 seconds. It's not quite there. Combat Shields kicks in. The tanks need to shoot the Colossus. They need to shoot the Colossus. That gets 2 big shots on the Marines, and the tanks do fall. Dude, Zoun does not have the numbers. An expert attempt at a hold, just too far behind Time with a fantastic defense early game. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go game 2. Top left side, the aggressive Protoss player pulls out his trademark build that honestly has given him so many wins recently, and it just gets shut down in game 1. Probably going to go back to, I think Stargate. He's been playing a lot of Stargate recently. This is Alpha X Zoun. His opponent in the bottom right, once again, walling out, keeping his opponent guessing. This is Time. Now, I think Zoun this time around probably comes back in and checks for the command center, since that tricked him last time. And it looks like the same opening. Time going, he might just command center on the high ground this time, though. I think it's kind of wild to just go build it on the low ground, but you know, if your Marines out front, I guess maybe you can reliably just shut that probe down, and it's not till the Adept gets there that they actually see. But oh no, this is a factory. Oh, so he goes for the factory straight away before command center this time around. Interesting. And he's going to go reactor, and he's going to swap these over. So this looks like a Hellion opening. I think, yeah, with this build, it's wise to put the command center here, because if you build the command center on the low ground, they can chrono an Adept across, which is of course happening from Zoun. For safety as much as anything else. Hey, your opponent's walled off on 1 base. You don't know what's happening. Get an Adept over there to at least check if anything's coming out of their base. See if there's a factory that's landed on the reactor. So he could deny the SCV building the command center, most likely, and you're not going to have any support. Now, that's kind of dangerous for the Protoss, because then you're going to have 2 Hellions pop out pretty fast. You might be able to kill the Adept, punish them for it. Problem always is that you need that command center to kind of kick in pretty early, or you can get supply blocked on 31 for a long time. I actually don't know how it times out with this particular version of the build. And Time is going for the coffee special. This is very popular in China, guys, where you just go 3 barracks before starport. Sometimes not getting the starport for many minutes and really committing to just a big stem bio push. Time did this with a 4 Hellion 1 Reaper run by versus Cyan in the grand finals, I think it was, and found big damage. So he actually ended up losing. For those who don't know, by the way, Time lost the China finals. He lost his spot in the season finals after winning 5 in a row in China. He lost to Cyan this season with he was up 3-0, and then he lost 4 games in a row. So That was just the other night. He's got to be gutted, no doubt. I was casting that live with Maynard. Big surprise for us. 2 Hellions. It is indeed a Phoenix build on the high ground for Zoun, guys. Hiding those Phoenix. Doesn't want to show them just yet. Hellions not really finding any damage, but no quick third base for Zoun. Zoun's playing rather conservative so far. Command center will float down, and as I said, look at how quick Stim and Shields comes in. Now, sure, you give up Starport medevac healing for quite a while, but I actually think with this version of the build, Time will, because he's not building tanks yet, I actually think Time's going to go Reactor, like Starport plus Reactor, and he'll still get medevacs out at a decent time. Obviously, he hasn't got an engineering bay yet. Those are the 2 things that if you just go non-stop Marines and tanks from here, you can't really afford those. And you just, because you stay 2 gas for a while, so it's all very mineral focused. Marines, 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 right? But as you make the transition, you do need to start a 3rd gas, whether that be Starport or Engineering Bay first. See which one Time prefers. Zoun making lots of Adepts in Phoenix right now, so I mean, he seems to realize like, hey, there's extra barracks, this is scary, but playing with no 3rd base does worry me. Robo's almost finished. He's probably going to go Colossus behind that. Hellion's going to dart back in. And great scout. They see this Phoenix. They see, okay, there's a probe there. Taking a 3rd will kill him and pull on out. Phoenix, of course, going to pick up. Oh, he actually has to waste a lift there. Still takes the Widow Mine hit despite it. He's got a Phoenix deep in the red. But gets the Widow Mine, gets a few SCVs. I'd say all things considered not too bad here for Zoun. And Time's pushing. He's got to not lose those Hellions. You don't want to waste those. They're actually very tanky and kind of useful units. Each one's as strong as 2 Marines in terms of tankiness. So they're not bad units to keep alive. And an odd little push here. It's just like, hey, I've got 16 Marines and 2 Marauders and a Hellion and Stim and Shield. So have you met our Lord and Savior Dicktown, Zoun? You're about to. Honestly, those Zoun's got so many Adepts plus the Phoenix. I don't know how this fight goes. There's no healing on this bio. Focuses down 1 Phoenix. He's focusing down the Adepts right now. It looks like no. He goes for another Phoenix there. Yeah, Stim Bio is pretty good. Stim Bio is pretty good. These units don't scale. And this build for Time, it matches up perfectly with what Zoun's doing. I was like, maybe the Adepts like hit the Marines and it kind of works out. I think with his shield battery in there, overcharged, yeah, it looks different. Zoun can take the fight. But without that, and now with almost no units backing this one up. Notice the Immortal though. He focuses the Immortal on the Marauder. Very nice focus fire, taking out both of those. Oh, but Time still ends up killing that. I think overall, probably an overextension. Could have kept those units alive and it would be even better for Time. Since they'd already stimmed, if he went home, killed that pylon and walked home, there's no way Zoun could have chased him down. So I do think a bit of a missed opportunity for Time. Nonetheless, check it out, guys. He's got Starport now building reactive medevacs. Yeah, it's really late, but he got that cool timing in there early. +1 weapons, 4th gas. He's going to move to the 3rd base. Time is the worst name, by the way, guys. Impossible to substitute that word in a lot of situations. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Time! Time! Oh, my lord. Gets caught going for a Beyond drop. Zoun, the Observer saw him move out in this direction. You got to be so careful with that. So Time doing a Beyond drop there. A Beyond drop, for those who don't know, it's when you basically just walk through a really poor neighborhood, bit of a ghetto, with gold chains around your neck. That's essentially what doing a Beyond drop is. It's you pick up and you just move out through the middle, don't check for observers, fly through the middle of the map, and you just like, yeah, it'll be fine. Whereas a lot of Terrans would be like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go along the edge of the map where it's very hard for my opponent to catch me, or I'm going to like send the bio out even unloaded, just kind of roam the map, see that we're clearing up any spotters, and then maybe pick up and drop. Time's going to try and force the issue. I think this is way too overeager. That's a really bad push from Time, guys. Terrible push. He gets 1 Colossus, but that was an absolute disaster of a push. And this is exactly how Time lost to Cyan. Great openings and ridiculously bad mid-game pushes. Don't want to be too critical. I've been watching some T90 casting Age of Empires, and you know, I may have seen an echo of myself constantly criticizing the players there. Didn't like what I saw. No, I love T90. I actually really like his commentary. Very incisive, you know. He's such a high-level player, knows a lot about the game. But it is something where, yeah, that was really shocking to push into that. There was 2 batteries, 2 Colossus, great micro for Zoun, and It was just a nonsense dive for time. And now he's going to pick up and just try and move out. This does, I mean, if he can unload there and try to flank, maybe. He's got to pull back. And he's got to pull SCVs from both sides. He's got to flank on the Colossus. He's going to try and do it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he threw that army away. And now he's in so much trouble this time. He was in such a good position. And he's going to try to come in, but look at the angling from Zoun. I don't think Zoun has recall. Otherwise, he would have got out of there. He's going to lose the Colossus. So, yeah, a bit of a half-baked counterattack from Zoun. Let's check his... Yeah, his recall's still about 20 seconds, 30 seconds away. Otherwise, he would have recalled out. So Zoun might have been banking on recalling and just forgot that he'd already recalled to reposition before. Bit of an issue. Zoun does lose another Colossus, and now Time just picks up and goes for another Beyond drop. No fucks given, man. It looks like he scanned to kill the Observer. There's no Observers on the map. It's just Stalkers and Colossus. Charge +1 coming in. I mean, Time, he realizes Zoun does not have a lot of support for this army. And that he's going to have recall into the main. Okay, it is available. The Stalkers can't get up there, man. He's going to try and recall some of these Stalkers and Zealots. There's Phoenix. The Phoenix should come from the right flank right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is really tough for Time. He's got to kind of drop immediately or the Phoenix will take out the Medivacs. Battery overcharge is there. Time. Has he gone too deep? The Phoenix Colossus, a dangerous style to drop into. Whenever you're playing against Phoenix Colossus, it's a style where often threatening the drop or the push and not committing to it is the right play, where you just kind of dance on the edge, force them to be a bit more careful. But if you ever get caught overextended, notice how hard it is to get home. Now, in this case, he's killed a lot of the Phoenix this game. Maybe like 6 Phoenix have gone down this game. So it's kind of harder to get chased. But look at this 4 CC on location. Time is so greedy in the face of what is a very awkward position. That being said, where is Zoun's Warp Prism? It does not exist. He's got charge. 6 Phoenix have died this game. A lot of Marine Marauder has as well. Equal work account for both sides. Time's trying to just get ahead economically. But he's got to be careful with how these fights happen. Because Zoun has the range advantage with the Colossus. The Vikings do help against that. He's got 5 Medivacs, so he's on non-stop Vikings. And if 2-2 kicks in, and he then flanks this army with some Marines and Marauders, I think Time just wins the... Is he serious? He's going to pick up his whole army? What the fudge? This is a crazy move. Beyond right now is like, yeah, my boy, that's how we do it. Yeah. 4th Command Center goes down. He's got a spread in a giant arc. I think giving up this ground was a big mistake. If he had a double drop over there, he could flank this army way better. You do not want to fight this army from one angle because the Vikings are going to get countered by the Phoenix to a certain extent. And it's going to take him a long time to actually break down the Colossus. So I hate to be overly critical, but it's just that Time had such a beautiful early game, 2 games in a row. I'm like, oh man, shame to see him get a little bit too cavalier. We'll see how it goes. Okay, the Widowmines buy a little bit of, it's hard to push in as Zoun. I like the way Zoun's pressuring. Look at this. 4th base, probe production, Robo. There's no reason for Zoun to commit. There's actually no reason for Zoun to commit. So Zoun, I think he's just going to try and scare him and not actually look for the kill. And I think that's the right way to do it. You've got a 4th, you've got a 2nd Robo, you've got a disruptive transition. He forces all this defense. He kills the 4th, forces a new one to be built further back, and he pulls back. And he says, that's fine. I can play a longer game. We're equal army supply. I have 3 Colossi alive. And that's actually going to be fantastic for me. Now, the upgrade advantage is obviously huge for Time, but he's got some weak Medivacs. His army's going to try to split up and do some stuff. But once again, yet another pervert outside his base seeing almost everything he's up to. Ooh, Mass Zealot run by on the top left. He's going to wait with that. He's going to wait till Time pushes him, and then that'll cause him a big problem on his rally. So Time, I think, needs to clear the map right now. If he could send a double drop out each side. And what I mean by that is don't actually load it up, but send just 2 Medivacs and a pack of bio to the top, 2 Medivacs and a pack of bio to the bottom. Start clearing the map. I think he's got to reassert some vision and control. Right now, Zoun has too much information. The Observer there, the army's coming forward for a push. He's got the Zealots ready to run into this base before the planetary finishes, and a Zealot drop going towards the main. This is big problems. Big problems right now for Time. Zealots run into the 4th. That's going to force a big reaction. Zealot warping in the main. That's going to finish. There's no way the Viking stops that. He's trying to frantically deal with it. His 3rd's in trouble. He's going to attack into that. Oh, okay. He does force Time back, but look, he's losing. Okay, he defends there. His main base will get defended. That means this is the big problem now. And he's got to run his SCVs. He's got to get his SCVs out of there. Lift the base. Get out. Time. He does cancel the SCV production. Pulls back. He's worried about the Archon splash on those Vikings. There's not many Stalkers, but Blink is now finished, and they get 1, they get 2. Oh, the focus fire from Zoun. He's killing so many Vikings before the fight happens. 1 Colossus does go down. A big disruptor, splashy, right in the middle of that Terran army. He's going to lose his Colossus on the way home. That Widow Mine gets a big hit as well. Disruptor's about to come off cooldown. Watch the balls. Watch the balls. Oh, he clicks it. Okay, time. I think he's on top of the disruptors. He can kill everything now. I don't think those disruptors will be able to fire. He clicks that. Oh, it goes off. And a massive, massive resounding boom as he nuts right in the middle of that army. I mean, the disruptors, purification, purifiers. That's what they do. They purify. Okay, dodges another disruptor shot. He's trying to kite. Great EMP hitting every zealot. Time might have to leave, though. I wouldn't want to lose those Vikings. Oh, he's trying to focus the disruptors. Oh, this is so dicey right now. Time took so much economic damage, but the zealot reinforced. Zoun holds. Yeah, Zoun holds and clears this up. And now, Time loses so many Vikings and Medivacs in the tail end. Oh, he's trying to still fight, but this is a big overextend. And the Stalkers do get one of those Medivacs on the way out as well. 54 SCVs to 69. He's still got a great upgrade advantage, does Zoun. So I feel like he's still got a shot in this game. Does Time, sorry, but Zoun is catching up. He's got double forge. He's adding plasma shield and +1 armor. He's going to probably add +3 weapons after that. I like that Time's dropping once again. A bit of a YOLO drop, but I understand he's in a hard spot. He's kind of got to do it. He's only got 5 barracks. Oh, he never got up 2 more barracks. And he's actually had to rebuild this command center. I didn't realize that one died. Oh, Time has really got to play a sneaky backstab style now. And he's going to clear this pylon to start. He's putting some Widow Mines everywhere. He's going to keep Zoun busy. More Ghosts are building. Ghosts do counter a lot of this army. The Disruptor count, of course, fantastic, though. Oh, my lord. Oh, a big Zealot run by distracted him. I was like, what? Oh, the big Zealot run by distracted him. So he takes a giant Disruptor shot. He loses both Medivacs on the way home. Oh, no, a little bit of a ruckus being caused here. Guys, Time has no control groups for his army right now. And you can see it. Yeah, he's doing a little bit of F2. Everything's too chaotic and frantic. He has no army control groups. It's all F2 and manual control. And you can see the chaos kind of getting to the Terran player as that planetary. Yeah, it puts up a good fight. Yeah, he kills some Protoss, but Zoun fighting his way back into this game in a big way. And he says, no 2-0 advantage for you. I don't care how good this start is for you, mate. I am ready to roll. And roll he does. Those disruptors landing in. Big hits. Time has to tap out. Ooh. A wild, wild game there. GG's. Zoun ties up the series. We're back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Game 2. Game 3. Apologies, I had a mic issue, so we're coming into this 2 minutes in. There was an engineering bay block, which Zoun didn't scout, so he had to pull 4 probes. And Time just expanding behind that after the engineering bay block, going Marine into Reactor. And we're going to see it settle down. It wasn't too much damage. Zoun checked and saw the eBay at about 1 minute and 8 seconds, pulled 4 probes, cleared it up. So a pretty good response from Zoun. I think it would have been even smoother, though, if he pulled those probes a little earlier. So if he saw the Nexus a little fast, the engineering bay a little faster, it would have been good. At the end of it, scouting probe gets trapped and killed. Adept goes across the map, and he's actually going to go Marine into 2 Reapers. Ooh, it's a 3-racks build. Now, this is almost always into 3-racks, because you're spending so much gas on the Reapers, kind of tells your opponent what you're doing. So that's the one downside of the Reaper build. But the other advantage is they're so mobile, he could catch the Adept. And he's kind of going to have to use him that way. 12 seconds till they pop. That's a dead SCV. Ooh, big spanner in the works here for Time. SCV goes. Good micro. Good micro. If the Adept finishes the Shade, the Adept goes down. SCV's out of there. Marine. No Marine micro just yet. He's going to let that one take it on the face. Ooh, focuses the SCV and the Marine. Good management of a bad situation there from Zoun. Not the worst trade in the world for Time. As this command center should still finish just before he hits his supply block. And that's the most important part. As long as he doesn't miss any SCV or Marine production, his tech lab's starting on time, and he's got the second gas. The modern 2-gas 3-racks build. This is a really nice version of it. Now, the Reapers have been spotted, so he's thinking about diving with them, but he's got to be careful. Zoun very ready. And that Oracle's out. Now, does he use the Oracle to just hunt the Reapers? No, he's going to go across the map for damage. Good choice. Marines, there'll be plenty of Marines to defend an Oracle. The question is, will they be in position? A lot of Terrans just don't kind of set up for that. But if you want to be safe, these Marines go to the natural and you put your rally up here in the main mineral line and then you're safe. As it is, though, Time not being safe against that option. It's not as common when you're playing Zoun, especially after playing a lot of games versus Cyan. He really should be ready. The Oracle was a massive slayer against Time in that China finals the other day. She did end up losing. The start of the comeback for Cyan in that series was actually an Oracle and 3 Adepts, literally killing him. Just shading into his natural, killing every Marine and winning the game. And 5 SCVs for the Oracle. 2nd Oracle's here. 3rd Oracle's on the way. Oh me, oh my. Zoun's trying to pull his attention away while this Oracle goes in. Might just grab a Marine in the rally. Nope. Good positioning on both sides. Probe's going to move out to take a 3rd base here for Zoun. He goes up Twilight and 3 gateways before 3rd. So that tells me we're going to see a pretty quick transition. It could even be Stalkers. It could technically be Blink, but if you're going triple Oracle, that'd be pretty rare. So I'm expecting more of a sort of charge follow-up, maybe adding a few Phoenix on top of that. It's kind of hard though, because if you go charge an Oracle, you do have nothing that shoots up. 1 Sentry, not a lot of anti-air damage output. Gonna struggle to deal with drops and stuff. On the other hand, hey, Factory hasn't even started. Medivacs. I already unmuted, Dot. Jeez, you're like 3 minutes late. Dot's so slow. Oh my lord. Oracle's coming on in. They're going to kill 2 SCVs. She opens the door and shouts as well, trying to frighten me. Jesus Christ. I realized like 2 minutes ago. Dot's so slow. Dude, this is a lot of damage though. Feels like Zoun's finding his rhythm in this series. Marine Marauder is here. Zealot Stalker coming forward. Force fields on this choke point often win the game. And yeah, we always see Terrans push up there anyway, because they're like, I can't wait 10 seconds and go around. No way. Thankfully, the Reapers see what they're up against. Nice grenade. Oh, he's actually going to lure them with the Reapers? And that allows the bio up. No way. Zoun with a big screw up. Ooh, okay, he's going to pull away from the battery overcharge. That means that stim's going to run out. Oracle's killed quite a lot there. Yeah, he's just going to have to trade out for probes now. I don't know if that was worth it. Let's see, 8 probes. Do we have a battle report? This feels like it was actually better for Zoun. I don't know, maybe he could have just clicked on these units. As long as he had enough bio, I think he could have focus fired and the battery overcharge wouldn't have been that impactful. But it's always hard. When you're using Marine Marauder, they shoot fast, but they do low damage. It's not like clicking 5 tanks on a Stalker and it disappears and there's no chance for the battery to help out. But it is a bit of a bummer. Dust settles. No 3rd command center on the way. 3 barracks pumping. Swap for the starport. Medevacs there. 4th and 5th barracks. Time is going to be incredibly committed on 2,000 atmospheres. And that, it can work, even versus Psystorm. So we're going to come down to how well he evades them. Blinkers on the way. Robo coming on in here. More gateways. Big worker advantage. 3rd base goes down and immediately a Zealot does deny building for a moment. The Marine Marauder chases after it, but Zealots are super fast, guys. 4.72 move speed. Bio's a little faster with stim. At about 4.8, I think, but like barely. And then when they're not stimmed, they're way slower. They're like half the speed of them almost. Oh, time! Oh, he's got to be triggered at this point, guys. He does pull 2 more SCVs. Okay, High Templar, gonna load into the drop. We've got Zealot, Stalker. It looks like he wants to go for a push. Does Zoun not realize? He doesn't know about the 4th and 5th barracks. So pushing into time could win you the game, but it could also throw the game. I mean, look at the numbers, guys. You're up 15 probes, you're up a base this long. There's no need to push into time. Now, it could work, because sometimes attacking, catching him on siege, clumped up, can just win the game. Oh, and he's gonna catch him! Time! His pants down around his ankles, caught, taking a poop out in the woods. And the predator that is Zoun jumps on him, wraps his claws around his throat, drags him to the ground. And it seems like what an unceremonious way to just get kicked out of game 3. But that's it, man. Yeah, Time was gearing up for his own almost all-in push. And so he wasn't even thinking about defending. He's like, well, I'm going to go move out to attack you soon. Had no map vision, had nothing out there. Zoun spots him with a Elucidated Phoenix, comes in, gets the Omega Storms on the army, kills a bunch of SCVs. Now, I think Zoun probably has to pull back unless he has enough energy for Psystorm. He's going to try and drop an Archon on top of the tank. And he drops it, gets a shot off, saves it. Zoun is so far ahead though. He's got 3 bases full. He's got +1 weapons on the way. He's going up to 10 gateways behind this. Zoun loves that gateway production for massing zealots, and there could be storm available. You got to be careful as time. I guess time's so desperate. I think he's just dead, man. Second forge is on the way now. Zoun's just gonna slowly, yeah, he's like, you're forced to turtle? No worries. I'm gonna make more Zealot Archon. I'm gonna keep trading with you as much as I like, but I'm also macroing like a beast. I got a 4th base, good storms, does kill his own observer, almost, not quite. Oh, no storm left. Such a dangerous area to hang for Zoun. Feels like he's just bleeding out units for no reason now. So that last bit, he was trying to bully, and it ended up being a bit of an awkward trade. I don't think he has Storm in that Prism, guys. Yeah, he's like dropping High Templar that don't have Storm on them. Time clumps up a bit too much, and this is something I've noticed with Time. He clumps up way too much. Even when he knows Storm's out, he won't pre-spread. He'll just kind of sit in a giant ball, and it's just so hit or miss. Sometimes it's like, well, he's so good, it doesn't matter. He spreads reactively, and other times it's like, dude, why are you so clumped up? You know Storm's out there. There is no need for you to be microing like this, but he's so focused on his stutter step above all else that he eats some horrendous storms, and I think it's good play overall from Time, and it looks like he's clawing his way back in the game. The 70 probe count and the 1-1 upgrades, though, make me think that Zoun is probably completely fine. Chat is so funny right now. Time is on the clock now. When is Time going to choose his person of the year? Shit like this is just been getting spammed through chat. I love it. Keep it up, guys, please. So funny. Fourth base fully saturated. Second Robo Bay. +2 weapon starts. Time is like, okay, I'm building tanks. I'm building bio. I'm building ghosts. Got a good medevac count. I'd like to see him repair that tank and that medevac with 1 SCV. Just these little bits of efficiency can really help you out as the game goes on. Gets the observer. Of course, there's so many spotters out there. Zealots. Zealots. Zealot. Zealot. Probe. Zealot. He's like, I don't need observers. I've just got zealots everywhere. It's fine. He's making lots of immortals. Zoun loves the immortals, and they do crush in the engagements. It's funny, though, popping out here, they have to run all the way around. We've seen a few really awkward sim cities in today's tournament. It's been like lots of people kind of walling their units in, tanks unable to pop, that sort of stuff. Hopefully does get fixed up as these games go on. 4th command center is on the way. Armory, 2nd eBay. So the 2-2 will be starting about 30 seconds time when that armory is done. Can you weather the storm, though? That is the literal and figurative question. More depots and completely walling this off means you really cannot be attacked by Zoun's sort of army, even when Colossus come out. But if these tanks get caught by Zealots, say Zoun pulls a lot of your bio over to the right, and then Zealots get on the tanks, you've lost your anchor. Your defensive anchor that has the range advantage. So I love seeing more depots, even a turret does help zone out that observer, but also Storm Drop from coming in. He's got a few Marines in the main ready to catch what he expects as a Warp Prism coming into his main at some point. And this is a very good defensive play for Time. It's just he's going to be going into the late game from a deficit. And Zoun going to a 6th base, adding air upgrades, Stargate, Fleet Beacon. So Zoun's like, yeah, I'll get it. I'll just go to late game. That's fine. We'll make carriers. Time is just going to chill for now. He might roam out with some drops. Catches this Zealot run by. He splits a drop to the left side. And yep, as predicted, finds some Zealots up there. So cleaning up some Zealots pretty much for free. That's really cool. Of course, in this scenario where you're turtling, you go out, you clear that up, you immediately pull back because you know that their army would love to come and catch some of your bio on the map, jump on them, kill them for free, or at least super efficiently, and then laugh at you. So Observer still sees a lot, guys. Now there is a few tank siege there, but remember what I said, Zealots might be able to jump on top. Oh, a bit of a sloppy rally there with Zoun. He waypointed in the wrong direction. Loses a few units. Sensor Tower will go up there to replace the one that died. Colossus. How many are out? No Colossus are out. Viagra is done for those Colossus. So two are going to be popping in the near future. Be going for Colossus 3 and 4 soon. People were asking earlier, how many kills were on the tank that was on the corner? Not many, apparently. Lots of damage, not many finishing blows. Oh, once again, giant storms landing. Oh, man. Does it matter, though? Time. He's got a big army. Dude, he's going to clear it. Oh, my God. What a hold. That last Archon was like, oh, where am I? I just woke up. How did I get here? Time's going to try and counter push. I don't know if that's the right play. I get it. You've got 2-2. You want to fight. You want to... Maybe this is my chance. Maybe defending is just letting yourself lose the game, right? Whereas you've got a 2-2 timing in 20 seconds. Maybe. But look at that regrowth. Oh my God. Zoun's army is big. Great spready. Beautiful spready from Time. Once again, I mean, told you guys, the Chinese, we just did the Olympics recently, right? They're very good at gymnastics. And Time, he has actually been training his spreadies with the Olympic gymnastics team. So it's a really cool. They have such a respect for StarCraft in China that they've started to take that on. And I think it's made their team better as well. Their multitasking has gotten much better going between routines. Oof. 2 medevacs and a couple Marines going down. Space is wide open. There's a problem with being on the map. Time doesn't have the material to reinforce. He needs to get home. He's got to get home. Oh, look at that. Time. I mean, sorry, Zoun there. Kills the sensor tower. He cues. He says, kill the sensor tower, get out of there. So then you're going to have less warning the next time we come in. Oh, very annoying to play against. Carriers are on the way. That being said, 3-3's on the way. So he's going to catch up in the upgrades this time. And I don't think carriers are like the most ultimate endgame unit. They're very efficient because they can kind of engage or lose their interceptors, run away, and just rebuild them all for a very cheap cost. And they definitely complicate things. If you don't focus fire when there's a lot of carriers out, your units end up kind of being shite. Unless you have enough Marines to just kill the interceptors very quickly. But yeah, try doing that with Colossus, Disruptor, and Psystorm all on the field. It makes it hard for you as the player to pick how you want to engage. Liberator going to go down the right side. He's going to siege this base. He was expecting this. He's like, you probably have the whole map, right? He's like, you probably got that one. Okay, he saw that it wasn't taken. Liberator. Okay, Storm's got him. Oh, he survives on 4 hit points. Oh, a bit of a misjudge there from Zoun. Zoun's going to lose quite a few probes here, but counter pushes. Gets a command center snipe. Not going to be able to get any more than that. That Liberator goes down, as does that one. So one of the problems with the Chinese late game we saw from both XY and Time is they never stop building tanks. Tanks very good in the kind of late mid game, but as we get to the actually, you know what? Yeah, no, they're definitely not as good as range lives, but the fact that they have big range means they are very good versus like Tempests and Carriers and stuff. Ooh, a bunch of Vikings just bled off, guys. He just lost like 4 Vikings. He's only got 4 left. He doesn't know about the Carriers yet. They're being hidden in the back. It's only 2 with a 3rd one on the way. And there is like, 32 Marines, 3 Ghosts, 4 Vikings. That should be enough to deal with them. It's all about just dodge the storms. I want to see more pre-spreads from Time. And he's doing a pretty good job, but notice his bios. He does this thing where he centralizes his bio a lot. Keeps it very together. Good versus Zealots, not good at this stage of the game. Now he sees Carriers, he's got a pre-spread. If he gets hit by big storms, big Colossus hits, that'll be huge. Battery's gonna heal up the Colossus a little bit, maybe? Actually, there's not much healing in there. Oh, clicks on a Colossus. He actually gets it. 4 Marauders for a Colossus. I don't know if that's a good or bad trade. I think it's good. Oh, Zealots cut the rally. Zealots cut the rally. He's gonna go for it as Zoun. Watch the Storm Drop on the left side. The Storm Drop comes in. And I think there might just be a little bit too much Protoss. Maybe not. The bio is doing well. Zealot Warping seals the deal. And Zoun, big lead. Time fought back very hard. That does end up being a Zoun success. 2-1 lead. Up 2-1 in the top left. This is Zoun. He's going to go for that probe scout across the map. Little does he know, proxy barracks. And this one's really out of the way. This is like a, you will never find this proxy barracks. And it makes me think that maybe Time's going to build a factory and a starport there as well. And go, if not completely all in, very committed to the aggression. Probe will come in and goes, okay, no barracks. See your gas there. He's like, I need to see, yep. Oh, 2 gas, okay. All right, you're doing a very one-basey build. And do we see a factory go down here? I wonder if he goes, surely not like a classic proxy 1-1-1. Surely not marine tank all in. Right? Second probe goes out to scout. And he changes his mind. He goes back to build the Nexus. I'm Okay, so he's just going to scout around with one probe. It's going to come back in, and when it sees no factory at home, he's going to go, ooh, wait a second. It's 2 minutes. There's no factory. He might even circle the whole main just to double check. But seeing no factory is a huge tell. Something very committed's coming out. Got the reactor there as well. Factory coming up. It's almost finished. Oh! SCV hot in the tail of that probe. Ooh-wee. Probe does regen, but it should be going down. Time's going to float his barracks home. He's got the reacted factory there and the starport. So I think you go Hellions here into Armory Widow Mines. I don't think there's any other choice. Marine did confirm the kill there. And Zealot coming forward. He does wall off with the depots. Zoun still hasn't found it. But he's going to pressure the wall. Now, the problem with that is, of course, the Marine can't defend. But on the other hand... Oh, SCV, please don't go to the outside. Time's just like, please... Dude! It's like, stay on the inside, you idiot! Oh, you could have finished that depot. Now that it's not finished, it doesn't have the 1 armor that it gets when it's finished, which means it's taking way more damage from the Zealot and Stalker. Time there, it hits a little supply block because of that as well, which slows down the medevac. Now, his Hellions do drive in to punish. He says, hey, if your units are killing me, I kill you. Hellions do way more damage to probes, but good probe micro to block there from Zoun. Engaging, disengaging, still very clumped though. Oh, 1 or 2 more big shots in there could be so big. He's still stacking up the damage. I think he almost feels like, or wishes he was still going Hellions, guys. Meanwhile, the Zealot Stalker is cracked on in. It's just drilly boys trying to fight against the Zealot Stalker right now. And they can do okay. If he'd built 2 more Hellions, he could have ran home and cleaned these up. Or could have ran in and done a lot more damage. He killed 5 probes. He's going to lose about 10 SCVs, maybe more here. The SCVs trying to get this around. Good micro and focus fire from Zoun. Oh, he's just doing so much damage here. Look at that. It's like, yep, 10 kills, 11 kills, no worries. The Marine should be able to finish it off, so the SCVs will disengage. He's going to try and cut off the escape. Stalker goes down. Guys, 4 invisible Widow Mines coming in. There's 2 Stalkers and an Observer out. Zoun, 24 pros versus 13 SCVs. He's just got to avoid taking critical damage here. Scan to get the Observer. Maybe. Can scan to kill the Observer. That would be massive. Oh. He's going to drop it there. I would have loved to see a quick burrow unburrow there. He's going to save 2 of them. Oh no, don't drop it. Time, what are you doing? You could have gone back to the edge, mate. Oh, I really think he could have just got both of those to the corner and just hid there. That's not great, but at least it's a threat for later on, and it can distract when this one comes on in. He's so desperate to find damage. Time's not even building SCVs right now. There we go. Does start up SCV production again, but he has to ruin Zoun's economy in the next minute. Zoun is at double the workers. He needs to ruin Zoun's economy, or there's no chance for transition. There's no way of getting out of this. And the only way that works is, like I said, if he maybe somehow kills the Observer. Both Widow Mines fire. They don't find the gigantic money. It's this early robo. So good from Zoun. And that's it, man. He cleans up all 3. Only loses 3 probes. This is not enough damage. Time has to tap out. That is a 3-1 victory for Zoun. Very unfortunate after an amazing build order in Game 2. Great timing from Time, but just got way too overeager and let that lead slip away with a bad dive on the Colossus Shield battery. GG, well played. Zoun goes to the Grand Finals.